Columbine. I mean, granted, those are extreme. But there are issues that do affect the campus that the community at large needs to know. And that's when we get involved. People think that we cover too much crime. Yes. Do we look for crime? Do we enjoy covering crime? No. And I tell people that a negative story is easy to find. It's on a scanner. There's been a shooting. There's been a car chase, whatever. Never on a scanner do I hear a student just got straight A's for the 5th year in a row, and he's got a 5.0 and he's going to become a Rhodes Scholar. You don't hear that. That's why good news has to find us. But bad news falls in our lap. And unfortunately, when you're talking about a news organization that must put things on the air, around the clock, sometimes that's what happens.
Okay. Now, Mr. Owens, I understand that you also host North Carolina Most Wanted. Do you want to give a plug for your show now?
NC Wanted, it's a show that focuses on unsolved crimes, wanted fugitives. We have captured 13 wanted fugitives since we went on the air in April of 2007. We've solved a 34-year-old cold case here in the city of Raleigh. When we say we solved, viewers to our show used our website or our tip line to phone in tips, which law enforcement used to go ahead and make an arrest of these individuals, in one case solving the crime. So we're a vehicle. We're a vehicle to help law enforcement. And you talk about a partnership. NC Wanted and local law enforcement is the quintessential partnership in what we're both trying to do.
Okay. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
When we come back, campus leaders from Shaw and State share their views on campus safety. Stay with us. You are watching Shaw University Roundtable. Welcome back. Campus police will tell you that they can't do it by themselves, and they count on students to help them with the job of safety. We head back to Shaw University, where reporter Trey Beckwith joins us with some campus leaders. Hi, Trey.
Hey, Charlotte. I'm here on Temple Memorial Lawn with Chris Coggin, the SGA Associate Director of Public Safety at NC State, and with Shantae Brown, the SGA President at Shaw University. Thank y'all for coming out.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, first question is for you, Ms. Brown. Like, as far as campus safety is concerned, do you think a lot of students are really concerned about it when it's like something that directly affects them, or is it just a I don't care type of thing?
I believe that the students care as long as it affects them. If it doesn't, it's kind of, if it doesn't bother me, I don't too much worry about it. But once something happens, then it's always a big uproar of, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. But when nothing was happening, nobody, discussed the things that we were lacking here as far as security.
On campus, there are a lot of larcenies, a lot of people going around messing with other people. As far as off campus, a lot of them end up being like assaults, a lot of gang-related activities, some fights, stuff like that. So I guess it's more of just the minor things that happen on campus, but we definitely need to somehow stop these much larger things from happening as people are getting injured, and definitely want the safety of our students as number one priority.
Okay. The same question can be directed to you too.
I would say the same. As far as on-campus incidents, it's more, personal student issues with another student. We have recently a lot of more property damage as far as university property damage, random damage, and rivalry from other schools bring a lot of security issues. But we've done a lot to minimize the violence on campus, which is great. But all in all, the students have done their part to kind of minimize the one big issue, which is student-to-student violence. So.
Now, my next question, what are some of the things that y'all are doing to, programs and everything like that to make the students feel that much more comfortable?
NC State's pretty great about it. There is a newly implemented text message service that the police are, IT services set up to where if anything happens on campus, students are sent a text message that alerts them. As in the other day, the power went out on campus. Everyone that signed up for the text message service received one. There's the website, which has an emergency thing on it. If anything happens on campus, you can log on there. There's a siren service that just came up in January 2008, which if anything happens in any of the dorms or anything, there's a siren that goes off that says, a voice comes over, tells exactly what's going on, tells people they need to get out of the area. And also there's of course the blue lights on campus, which help people. And all in all, just the Raleigh PD, the on-campus PD, and they're just really all doing a great job to help keep campus safe.
All right. You, Ms. Brown?
Right now, Shaw University is in the process of researching the best security. Right now, we do have the on-campus security as well as Wake County every day at the university patrolling entrance points. After a certain time, the bridge closes. Entryways that aren't frequently used, where the classrooms are, they close after 6:30. They're normally locked, but the student leaders do most of the security as far as making sure that everyone else is okay. We looked into the blue light system. Of course, we're a much smaller university, so we're doing things on a very smaller level. If something were to happen, we do the campus lockdown, which is if you're not a student, you cannot come in to the campus if there were, some sort of incident. Also, dormitories will be locked down. If, for instance, there's a fight on some floor or whatever, that building would get shut down, and security will come and stop the issue, report all who are involved in the issue. So we're on a much smaller level, but we're also doing things to make sure that the campus is secured at all times.
And the final question for both of y'all. Do either of y'all have like basic security tips for the basic student who's on campus?
I guess I'll tackle this first. I would always travel in groups, always. I myself am in the library a lot and always go with a large group of people if we're going to walk home. There's the safety escort service, which is on campus, which I would tell students to take advantage of. Also, as protecting your valuables, always leave someone with your stuff. Never leave it unattended at all. No matter what, if you're just going to go to the bathroom, you can come back, it can be gone. So those are definitely a few things I would tell people to take advantage of.
Okay.
As far as personal valuables or what have you, if you cannot afford for it to be taken, don't leave it in a situation where that may happen. For instance, if you're in the library or such, don't leave your laptop around. Someone can walk away and with your stuff. Also, to travel in groups, we're right downtown. So if you're going somewhere to the diners or whatever downtown, always walk with a group of people. If you're going by yourself, make sure someone knows where you're going, and make sure you always have ID. If you have a cell phone, please charge it, because if something happens downtown, which we know recently in the past years there's been a lot of stuff happening downtown, to just let someone know where you're going. That way, if you're not back in a certain amount of time, they will definitely call and check on you. And also just have a buddy system and make sure you look out for your fellow student.
Well, thank you, Chris and Shantae, for coming out. Back to you, Charlotta.
Thanks, Trey. And that's going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you for joining us for the first edition of Shaw University Roundtable. We hope you learned something along the way. For more news from the Shaw campus, check out our multimedia student newspaper, The Bare Facts. You can find the paper linked from our university homepage, www.shawu.edu. Look on the right-hand side, click the student newspaper link. Also, if you have a story idea or comments about the show, please also email us at feedback@shawu.edu. We will do our very best to answer every email and read some of your comments on the next show. I'm Charlotta Heron for Shaw University Roundtable. On behalf of all of us, we'll see you next time.